Hi.
Hi, Kylie.
Hello, hi, Mr.
Hi,
Yu.
Mr. Yan. How are you?
Fine, how about you?
Good, thank you.
Okay.
All right. So Kylie, so we were supposed to do reflections last week, but because we joined the other class, we didn't get to do it. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, just really quick, and you can just tell me what you think of right away. So the first question is, what do you think you have improved on this semester? The second question is, what is your favorite part of the class? And the third question is, what are you still curious about or looking forward to?
I think like over the semester, I think I've become more I don't know, like confident in the dance space. I can like dance more full out, more yeah, just becoming more confident.
Mm-hmm.
And the favorite part I think of dance class is I don't know. I feel like just warming up in general, just
Mm-hmm.
because after a long day, I just gotta kind of stretch and move around.
And then the last one is, what are you curious about or looking forward to?
Mm, I think just getting to know more other dance styles. I think
Mm-hmm.
for example the guest artist last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was really fun.
cool. Okay, great. So in response to more dance styles, we will be focusing still on like contemporary and jazz and a little bit of street style as the semester goes on, just kind of depending on what direction the class goes in. I think generally your class is stronger with hip hop. So I want to use hip hop and street styles as a way to help everyone build more confidence, I think, because when we do those styles, people seem to be a little bit more comfortable than when we did contemporary. And then using that as a way to build confidence in performance and in collaboration, and then still doing contemporary and jazz. So those are the ones you can look forward to. And I think when I just say we're going to do contemporary jazz and hip hop, it sounds like we have already done those things, but depending on the actual choreography that's being taught, I think it can feel really different. So I hope you can look forward to that as well. And when you do your composition, so your own choreography, which you'll start again this week in a new group and new prompt, that you'll be able to not that you'll be able to one, explore different styles that people bring up and different ideas people bring up, but also incorporate your own style and like things that you really like and things that you feel good doing. So that's that. And I think with the confidence part, I do think that you have become more confident overall in performance. I think I can see where you're really comfortable, especially in the warm up. I see you being more comfortable doing contemporary type movement, and hip hop maybe not so much. So with that same thing that I was just saying, like using where for the most of our class, they use hip hop as where they're comfortable, and then they apply it to contemporary. I hope that I can see that the other way around for you. I think when we did Fuego, it was a little bit more difficult because it was a little more intricate and faster, and you're just not as used to that kind of movement. So just think about what technique in contemporary you can use in hip hop and things like that, and it can still apply. Like it doesn't just have to be one or the other. Um, and then the two main things that I want you to work on are one, focus, because when you're with Haley, you're like super excited and like super like in your own world, which is really fun because it does actually when you and Haley are together, it like does brighten the mood of the whole class. But you just need to be more aware of when it can be a little distracting for other people and when it sets an example for other people, because some people in our class are new to dance or not as comfortable dancing. When they see people who have been in a dance class before, like act a certain way, they take that as a cue that, oh, this is okay to be like this, right? So I want you guys to, set a good example for that. Like you set a good example of bringing positive, good energy and being really good collaborators and, being really good friends. So think about the other side of that as well. Yeah. Okay, great. And then I think the last thing is when you're going to work in this new group. So we have two more group projects, this upcoming one this week, and then we have one at the end of the school year. I want you to be very aware of the fact that you have done this before way more times than other dancers in the class because you took dance last year, right? So think about coming into it with some more experience, like you are someone who can bring more leadership to the group, maybe, especially if it's a group of people that haven't been in dance class before, right? So I think last time was the last project, the first project you did. But I think it was a little bit tricky because there was that one day where you guys had a field trip, so you were out half the class, right? And I know most of your group was on that field trip, so you guys are really tired and everything. So there's that piece. But I think besides that, I would like to see you take a little bit more leadership and just give more of your ideas. And if you don't have ideas, be the person to encourage other people as well. So like, oh, like you can, it's one thing to always give ideas, but it's also another thing to be like, oh, okay, I'm not sure what to do right now. Do you guys have any ideas, or what do you guys think about? You know what I mean? So think about like before you work in a group, sometimes it's a good thing to practice thinking about different ways to encourage people, or like different ways to be honest about what you're thinking and bring other people in the conversation. So those are the main things. One is focus, two is being a leader and a good example. Yeah, otherwise I think like you're really fun to have in class. It's really nice to have like your energy, and you're really positive. And even though it is, like you said, it's at the end of the day, like it's just really nice to have a stretch and everything. Despite that, like you always come in like really willing to do anything that we're doing and really excited. And so I really appreciate that, especially like at the end of the day. Yeah. Do you have any
Okay.
questions?
Hi, Miss King. I think Kylie really enjoyed your class, and then she thinking maybe she can take some more dancing class next year. Any recommended classes she can take for
At
next year?
TAS or
Yes,
outside?
in TS, yeah.
At TAS. So Kylie, you can either do Honors Dance 3, and so you have two choices. You can either do Honors Dance 3 next year, and then if you want to, you can continue Honors Dance 4 as a senior, or next year you can take IB year 1, SL or HL, and then continue IB in senior year. The biggest difference, so the workload is the same. Well, the Honors 3 and IB SL have the same workload. Honors 4 and so yes, for both years, Honors follows the same workload as IBSL, which is slightly less work. And then IBHL is just slightly more, like more writing, a little bit more writing, and you have to choreograph 3 pieces. SL, you only have to do 1. SL, you only have to do 2, sorry. And that's the same as Honors. And then the biggest difference is just commitment, whereas Honors, you don't have to take, you can just take Honors Dance 3, and then senior year, you don't have to take Honors Dance 4. If you take IB year 1, you have to take IB year 2. So that's just something to consider. But I would recommend either, especially if you want to be really committed. Yeah, there's just there's more commitment and more guidelines that you have to follow if you take IB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's something to think about. I've already recommended you on Power School for both courses. So, you could totally do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay, you too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing dance.
No, you don't like it? Or
No, 因为就是明年啊，
我
太难了。
吃一下药。那这个是英文吗？
哦，然后 last project, oh my god，天哪，
很难吗？很难的。
天哪，就是那个叫
这是英文吗
Ashley，
哦，这 Doctor Lipstick。
lipset，
啊，什么？什么名字
就是那个
？Doctor Owen
yeah,
Lipstick。
Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Doctor
Hello.
Hi,
Good
how are you?
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hi.
I'm good.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine. Hi.
What questions can I answer for you today? I want to commend you, Kylie, for your increasing growth in class and your increasing participation in particular. So what questions do you or your dad have? How can I help?
Oh, kind of curious about like I think acting project that's like coming up.
Oh, sure. So it'll be similar to what you did last year. We're still finalizing details. but you'll be choosing a section from the play, no more than about 100 lines, probably much less. First you'll choose which lines are important. So you'll stick with that in Shakespearean English. Then you're going to translate them into contemporary English. And then you're going to give them some context, and then you're going to learn them and act them out and reflect on it.
How big is the group? How, like, each group?
So the reason why I haven't shared things yet is because I haven't figured that out. So some classes have as few as 8 people. Our class has 18 people, which is the max. So it's something that I and the other teachers have to kind of finalize.
Okay. How's Kylie's yeah, I think Kylie likes your class very much. And then just wondering how's the interaction with her classmates or friends in the class?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
You're always very focused in group work. I know there's some people who sit near you who have a tendency to get distracted. I want to give you credit for staying focused and on task even when that happens. So I want to commend you for your maturity there. But Kylie's engagement is good. Really pleased with her work.
Okay. Okay. And any like further steps she should maybe can work on to for the next step like
Yeah.
vocab or like writing or any recommendation?
Yeah, my biggest recommendation is always just to read as much as possible, particularly nonfiction, particularly good quality nonfiction, because that'll expose you to the ways that language is used to make an argument, which is fundamentally most of what you're doing in school when you're writing. I think the New York Times in particular is a great resource for that. Just finding things that interest you. It's not reading everything in the paper every day because it's always changing. I mean, other newspapers are good as well, but that has some pretty consistent good editing, I would say. And of course, reading books on areas that interest you too. But that's sort of an easy one that you can do bit by bit.
Okay. Okay. I don't have any questions. Any questions?
What about the last book? The
Oh,
Reluctant.
The Reluctant Fundamentalist, which is disturbingly relevant to today. Yes, that'll be our last book. We won't have an essay. We will have a project where you and some classmates, probably a group of 3 or 4, because there'll be 5 chapters, will be leading a lesson. Not the full 80 minutes, but about 30, 35 minutes. Giving people some activities, telling them what to focus on. And don't worry, you'll have a couple classes to plan. I'll go over everything with you. I'll give you suggestions. It's usually a lot of fun.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay. Just wondering, I think Kai is planning to join the to go to Vegas for the FRC, the school activities for 1 week.
Okay,
I think that's
Great.
I think
Oh yeah, am I gonna miss anything?
yeah. Is it okay?
well, when is the trip? I mean,
Like-
you'll miss something, but I can,
It's in I think in early April, between
so let me just take a
Okay.
quick look
Okay.
at our
starting,
schedule.
yeah, starting April 6th until 14th.
Okay, so right after spring break.
Yes, yeah.
So let me see. I have a feeling that's going to be around the time of the project. So yeah, that is exactly during the
Oh.
project.
Oh,
So good to know.
no.
So good to know. So you'll
Yeah.
be out the 7th, 9th, and 13th.
Yeah.
So that's during the project. Oh, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
Thanks for giving me the heads up. And you're probably not the only person who's taking English 10 who's
Yeah.
going on the trip. So yeah, thanks for the heads up. We'll figure something out. In
Okay.
fact, I will tell the rest of the teaching team that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I
Yep,
think
no
that's
problem.
all for me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Have a nice
Thanks.
day.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, you
Okay.
too.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Wow. 你整个 miss 掉。
对啊，你 April 6号到14号都
哦，
不在。
天哪！需要问一下 for everything。还有谁？Berry 啊，Berry，天哪！
怎么
哦，
他是那个
奇怪的我们。
哦，你说他是教什么？
数学，
数学。
就是那个不会教。
OK。
哦，你知道吗？我们的 APIB director，就是那个，我也不知道他在那里干嘛。我觉得他是个薪水小偷。But anyways，他人也好奇怪哦，天哪！他就是like 人蛮好的，可是就会有几个怪人 here and there bro。
但是不大会教，还是说就是？
你说 Barry 还是
Barry 啊
？OK，Barry 是不会教，然后他一直跟我们说，哦 yes，I'm the master of your time。哦，but like 我们脱课什么或是什么延后，你们的问题哦。
那但是你考的都还 OK 吗？
然后他
目前
不会教。
那这个考的呢？考的还好。
好像最近有一个考试，I think we're all dead。就是 I like talk to the whole class and they're like, oh, I did not survive that. And then I like asked other people from like other classes and they're like, oh, it was so hard. I did do like blah 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 questions. I was like, oh, I think we're dead.
所以我需要帮你请假吗？就是那个要去 FRC
要
的那个，
请吗？还是
我觉得
他会
给他请吧，因为我上面写他就会 notify 全部的老师了嘛。好，这个我弄一下。
还是我问一下，
不用
我问人类好了。
他都已经去了吧？没有，反正我就照我这边还是那个会写。
OK。
对啊。就人类应该也一样，他是请前面嘛，对不对？人类应该有请，他现在应该也在那边。
他现在已经到了，
对啊，
他已经开始请了。
对啊。
他来到，快一整周，大概跟我们一样。
对，应该是1个礼拜啊。我看你那也是差不多10天
多一点。Oh, I should ask her about packing stuff.
对，他是礼拜天根本吃完之后，礼拜1就飞了嘛，今天就飞了嘛。他昨天不是有去吗？
对，有去。
对啊。
然后对，应该今天飞。
今天就飞吗
？Oh yeah, I need to ask her because Miss Berry 不会 po like 课堂上面的。
那所以我就需要跟他讲一下吗？
对。
哦。
Oh no！ 哦天哪！他已经超废的。Oh no！
因为是 core class， 我就可能就是跟他 heads up 一样。对，
都这样。IR 也是。
啊？
每天都在做 project。
你说什么
？IR。对。
OK。
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss Berry. Hi, how are you
Good to
today?
see you both. I'm
Hi.
great. How are you doing?
Hi, fine, thanks.
Good.
Okay.
Enjoying your day off there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's check in with math class.
Okay.
Kylie, how would you say semester 1 is going compared to semester 2?
I think it's definitely going better because I've like kind of like known the ways of math class and kind of know like how things work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that too. There's a little bit with your, I don't want it to sound like she doesn't do her homework, but she does do her homework, but for some reason, some stuff is not syncing up, like her written work isn't always up, but the online work is finished or vice versa. So on one part, she had her written work done, but it wasn't entered online. So come see me later so I could show you what that's all about, because I put some notes in your notebook about it and it just didn't get fixed. So I want to see what that's all about.
Oh,
Right, so just check on it and see what's going on, and we can take a look together. But she's doing great. She's in class, she's pretty engaged. She'll let me know if she has questions, but she tends to work with her partners first before she comes to me, which is perfectly fine. And I don't have any concerns to share in terms of what I'm seeing in the classroom or the kind of work that she's been doing. Right?
Um,
oh yeah, Miss Berry. For like
Mhm.
in April, I'm gonna have for like FRC, like the robotics thing.
Okay,
There's like a really big trip. It's gonna span from like April 6th to April 14th.
okay,
So I'm gonna miss a big chunk of class.
okay.
And
So what I'll do is I'll post up our notes with the answer links in it. Do what you can while you're gone, but when you come back, you might have to meet with me a few times
okay.
to see what you need to get caught up on. And I'm sure you'll probably miss some quizzes or something during that time, but we'll figure it out when you get back. Yeah. Have you done FRC before? Is this your first time?
Oh, second year.
Yeah, second year. Okay.
okay. Just wondering, Miss Ray, so for the next year, what's a recommendation for next year class or any choices?
So as a 10th grader, Kylie's options are pre-calculus,
Okay.
honors pre-calculus, or IB math.
Okay.
If she decides she wants to follow the IB math path, I would say standard level probably
Okay.
versus doing the higher level class. And we have two options for that. There's the analysis and approaches versus the investigations class. And I think the analysis is a better fit for her. So if she
Okay.
decides she wants to do AP, that's where I would recommend for her to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it sort of just depends if she's looking to do that or she's looking to do the path through calculus. If she's looking to do AP calculus, then she should be looking at pre-calculus or honors
Okay.
pre-calculus.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and she still has time. I think your deadline's not for maybe another week or so. And really, we have till May to make any adjustments. So if we need to, we'll still have some conversations in terms of what courses you think you'd like to take.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Any other
Okay.
questions?
No.
All
that's
good?
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you guys enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Okay, you too. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Miss Berry.
You're welcome.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
所以他是说你很多是有写没有 upload 上去，还是说我不知道哎，你要 check 一下
Yeah.
啊？
Yeah, 我们看一下。
对啊，是你要看一下，是不是有那个 missing homework 没有教你？
等一下，我去找一个东西。
好，然后还有5分钟。
哦，OK。 알겠어요.
哦，
Miss Oberon. 还是
我
IR？
看看，
哦
Albert，
，Albert。哦，等一下，问题蛮大的。那个 FRC，因为我们好像在做一个那个 research project，
嗯，
然后 FRC is like right
那个是哪一个 project？是这个吗？
research。
NY 应该不是 NY 吧？内巴拉。嗯，应该 NY 是 New York，
对啊，
那内巴达的 NE 吗
NV。
？MV 嘛，对啊，我就这样写。
哦，它很干吗？
对啊，这在 Desert 里面把它应用出来的一个，
哦，
这样几天，这样子是
哇
9 days。
，OK。哦，我开始。
哎呦，39。
你的球。它有 Las Vegas 的那个 details 吗？我要去哪之类的。
还没看到。
哦
你说这个是 Mr. Albert 是什么课？
Miss Albert 是 history。
嗯哼，
Retail advisory。哦。
Hi.
Hi, Miss Albert. Hi.
Hi,
How are you today?
Kylie. I'm good. How are
Good,
you
good.
all?
Fine, thanks. Good.
Kylie, are you feeling 100% now?
Yeah.
Are you glad you had a couple days to rest? Yeah. Did you not rest or yeah, you did?
I was sleeping the whole day.
Oh, good. Good. All right, let's share with your dad a little bit about what do you think went really well for you in the Unit 4 Decolonization Cold War unit?
I feel like was it
It was we did it in January and February. Our summative was like the paragraph summative, and then we also had a Socratic seminar. You did artifacts along the way. What do you think went well for you?
I feel like just
Was it difficult or interesting?
I feel like it was really interesting because like instead of like more like historical periods, it was more modern, like the Indonesia thing. It was like it's like becoming more and more modern, I feel like.
Right. So you like the more modern history is what I'm trying to say. As skill wise, how did you do on your paragraph writing, your on-demand paragraph writing?
I think that was nice.
Yeah, you did so well on that.
But then
You
I
did
kinda
so
got
well.
stuck with the thesis. Because
Do what?
I kind of got stuck with the thesis because I was like agreeing and disagreeing at the same time.
For your Socratic?
Yeah, the paragraph thing. No, not the Socratic, the paragraph thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I mean, if that's the only feedback, which I think it was, like you did really well on that. I thought you did a great job doing your research and then picking strong evidence. I think that's something we've been working on all year long is like, how do I pick the best evidence to support this claim? So yeah, you should be really proud of that. Okay, let's talk about research. Tell your dad what you're going to be researching.
So I'm gonna be researching about Iran's government and like, like the one that like got bombed.
I think
earlier.
still in trouble right now. The Iran.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be
Okay.
researching about its government and kind of like how it's like oppressing its people,
Mhm.
its population, like culturally,
Okay.
like the happy video.
Okay.
Does he remember? And do you remember when who sings that song, Kylie? The Pharrell Williams?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, I think.
anyway? You can talk to your dad about when you do a little bit more research. But yeah, I'm excited to support you on this research too. I am going to challenge you to be super efficient in class so you don't have to do work outside of class.
Mhm.
And I know it's hard when like your friends are around and you kind of have a little bit less structure. So if you need to, bring earphones and you can listen to some music while you're doing research, but try and get all your work done in class if you can. Also, ask for feedback. So I want to be able to give you feedback before you submit something.
Mhm.
So have me take a look at it so that I can say, this is great, add this, or like, this is wow, or ooh, we need to go back to the drawing board. So just say, Miss Albert, take a look at this. And it can take anywhere from 30 seconds to, 10 minutes. You don't ever shy away from asking for feedback, I don't think, but just be very intentional. Be like, okay, I'm going to write this. And then when Miss Albert comes by, I'm going to have her read this really quickly. Because I think then when you can talk through some things, it just makes your final product more powerful. And so I'm excited to see you continue to keep this A+ that you already have.
Oh, wow.
Um, and so the next summative that you have is this annotated bibliography. And that's due at the end of the class period on Friday. Just like get feedback because this is very formulaic. I'd like to see you get a perfect score on this. And that can be done if we've checked all the boxes along the way. So ask for feedback to make sure you're heading the right direction. One last question, Kylie, what next year? What are you thinking about next year?
Kind of want to do a push now that
Great.
I think about it.
Okay. I think you would be great at A push. The only thing that I want you to think about is write out like option 1, option 2, think about your classes. A push is a lot of time. So you just need to make sure you have time in that schedule because it's like history and you got to read and reading doesn't it's kind of a set amount of time. And so it's also going to be a lot more memorizing than this year. So you'll have to set time aside to do that. So, check out your schedule. Make sure you have time in your class to do really well in all your classes. And if you can, have a free period because then that gives you that time to do really well in all your classes. But I think you would be fantastic in that course. So definitely, I'm glad that is a top option for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So like in April, I'm gonna be going on like a Vegas trip with FRC.
The school
Awesome.
FRC team.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna be missing a chunk of.
Okay.
So it goes from April 6th to 14th, which I think is the project.
Okay, so my advice to you is so you don't get too behind. I would try really hard to get that research paper done before that.
Okay.
As much as you can. I mean, maybe you don't turn it in, but you get it done so that all you're doing is revising and editing it. And the best thing you can do is work super efficient in class. This isn't a hard paper. It's not that long, but you can waste away a lot of time. And since you're going to leave and you're not going to be here, to for peace of mind, the best thing you can do is just work as much as you can. So work through the deadline. So after you've done your annotated bibliography, start working on the intro or start working on the thesis statement. Like just work ahead so that you'll still get all the feedback you need, because you could be 3 steps in front of everybody and I'm still giving you feedback for whatever you need at that moment. So just work ahead so that you try and get it all written, all like done before you leave. And then if we have to, we can do some final formatting and stuff at the end, but it would just be such a peace of mind to know that then you don't have to come back to that. Got it? And I can help anytime you need extra feedback. If we need to meet outside of class, Kylie, I'm always happy to meet you. And I know you're after school sometimes, so if you need that too. But you'll also be busy with FRC as well. So yeah, just be efficient in class. That's the best thing you can do.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All
thank
right. Well,
you.
I will see you on Wednesday. I'll probably see you before that though.
Yeah. Okay.
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 All right,
thank
take
you.
care.
It's over. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
OK，
对啊，他说你有问题就找人跟他，就是问他这个写这样子怎么样，他那个可不可以再加东西啦，或者怎么样？所以我觉得蛮好的，因为老师会有这样子主动会跟你讲，还不错。没有大部分都是老师就是等，对啊。再是 Mr. Cook，他是上 IR。
你要问一下。
Okay, 1 minute.
Probably not gonna do it like 他之后。
我觉得你要早点准备，老师你就每个都跟老师讲一下你可能会要问，所以要怎么准备，还是要先做什么？我这边已经帮你请教完了。
OK。等一下。Oh, there we go. March 11th. Quiz selection fair 4 p.m. Legacy comments. Oh, okay. Course selection.
Mr. Cook. Hello, Mr. Cook.
Hello, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. How are you?
Good. You're actually my last conference of the day.
Oh, okay. We still have
So,
two more
I-
conferences to go.
I've actually been doing a lot of grading while I wait for this one to happen because it was a
Wow.
weird space. So, let's talk briefly about what Kylie's doing in the class. I also want to give you an invitation now for how we're going to end the year. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. And then what she can do to sort of like looking forward. And then I want to talk to her a bit about what she is deciding as far as classes for next year, because I know that's that's happening now. So a little to hear about that.
Okay.
So honestly, I'm really happy. The fact that she still manages to, do well at 7:45 in the morning is pretty impressive. She's a good student. She keeps track of her work. She's really good with understanding the content knowledge and applying it in IR. I think the piece that she can still work on is, of course, they're mostly the public speaking pieces. Speaking too fast sometimes, relying on her notes a little too much occasionally, and just voice projection. But those are things that if you looked at her speeches at the beginning of the year versus now, I think you would see a marked difference too. So she is improving. And that's not the only piece that we have. So she has one final time to really hit her last well, she has 2 summatives left, but her last public speaking based summative that is going to be a debate. So we are about to introduce the formative debate, which is going to be around human rights issues.
Mhm.
And we've already chosen the topics and made the various pieces that are going to occur. And I'm going to introduce that next class to her. And they'll choose their partners, or, well, not really choose. I'm going to give them their partners, but I think she'll be happy with her partner because I want to make sure it's somebody that they worked with. And at this point, I kind of know who she would generally gravitate towards.
Mhm.
They're going to have a resolution and they will practice it, and then they will do that. The heavy weight of this is just 80% of the grade for this formative that will also be their summative in the next unit for development. So they get a practice now and they get to like see how the rubric works and get a lot of feedback. And then the next time they actually get a summative for it when it counts a little bit more. Is 80% of that is basically her responses, her questions, and the rebuttals. Only the opening speech is worth 20%.
Mhm.
And we're actually going to be working a little bit more this time with teaching them how to use AI based on all of the examples that they already have in class to help them construct that first speech. So she has a ton of research documents. So they're going to plug in all of the research they've done so far, those research documents, into AI and say, here's the examples that I've used so far. Here's some other pieces that I've learned. They can type in some other examples, like on the Gen Z protest, on the South China Sea, on their individual ones, on ones that they watched in class, etc. And then they're going to plug it in and say, here's the topic I've given. Can you help me to generate some ideas? And then can you help me to put these examples in? And then they're going to see how much they know it. That way, they're not doing a ton of additional research. They're just taking the research they've already done and sort of manipulating it to apply to human rights. Because most of the things that we've done in class would have an application to the human rights, as we've already discussed.
Okay.
So they can, of course, do additional research in addition to that. Then they will, we're going to help them learn how to do that. And the grade for that portion of the process is really just submitting your chats.
Mm.
So we can look at, because I think it's important that they learn how to train, but they should already have this knowledge, right? They've already done all this research. They should already have the knowledge, and that will make it easier for them to defend their arguments, which is where most of their grading comes in, which is an unplanned speech. So they have a planned speech and then an unplanned one where they are rebutting other people's arguments and they're responding to those rebuttals.
Mm. Okay.
When
So
is
that's where we're going.
the
Yeah, go ahead.
project gonna be? Because in April, I'm gonna have like a Vegas trip with FRC. So
With
I'm not
FRC.
gonna be here from like April 6th to 14th.
So we are the first, this one that we're doing right now will be done before that in March. Then in April, when we get back from spring break, we're going to introduce development. So we have to learn the content first, and then we will start, then you'll get your groups and you'll start planning towards the summative that will be on development.
Okay.
So we're gonna do some case studies and other stuff. Then you'll have your summative on development, which will happen in late April. And then in May, we have a personal projects that you guys will do where, and this is where Dad comes in. You're going to choose any of the, you're going to choose your own research question and investigate it through the lenses that we've been looking at through IR, and you're going to present your project. And that presentation happens at the Social Science Symposium. And your parents are invited. It's after school, and it includes food and other things as well. So it is sort of like the culmination of your IR journey, if you will.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
So I will
looking
send you
forward.
that email. Hopefully you guys can come and see her work and, you know, if nothing else, like see how impressive she is at explaining the work that she's done
Okay.
firsthand. So she gets to present, but it'll be smaller presentations at that point to
Okay.
people that are walking around.
Okay.
Yeah, so do we get the food? Do we get the food?
Yes, you get food as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
other,
Thank you, Mr. Cook. I think Kylie really enjoyed your class, and really, she really put a lot of time and like work after school for the IR. Yeah, and really appreciate your inspiration, and it's really she really loves the IR.
Excellent, excellent. I'm really enjoying having her in the class. What I would question is like, has she made any choices for what she's doing next year?
Still thinking because, oh yeah, I was gonna attend like the course fair. I think course selection fair, which was like Wednesday, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. The other piece I would just think about, like, are you taking an AP route or an IB route? Or are you trying to take a combination of those? If you've made any of those decisions, I would happily recommend pieces for you. I think you would be very successful if you decided to go like a full IB route. I know it's the most rigorous that we have at the school. But I think you're one of the kids that I would say like actually would do quite well in that, and it would prepare you for university a lot better than AP would.
Okay.
Not to sort of dump too much on AP. And it has the also added benefit, it's recognized internationally. So with the US deciding to invade Iran literally last week, we never know what is going to happen in the US. So it might be good to hedge your bets with other options, as those ideas accepted in Australia, the Netherlands, the UK, everywhere. So
Okay.
food for thought, as you sort of like decide what you want to do and what you're thinking as you go forward.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay,
thank you so
good.
much.
Okay.
Have a great afternoon. I'm going to sign off and be done now for the day. So,
Okay, thank you, Mr. Good.
Bye.
all right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's what I said.
他说他今天最后一
No
句，
America can do it.
因为现在一直还是在战争中，所以Iran的那个
天哪，
还是
找不到在干嘛？
还是
哦
很多事情嘛，对。这也是 Mr. Cameron，你说 chemistry 的吗？
对哦，这个 chill，
嗯，
最后一个是哦，OK
Chinese
OK，
就2个。
yeah yeah that's what I said。
你可能看还蛮好的，蛮 chill 的。
You don't know what's Trump, you don't know what Trump's gonna do.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Mr. Cameron.
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you all doing today?
Fine,
Pretty
thanks.
well.
Yeah.
Good,
Good, yeah.
good.
Okay.
All right. Are you just about done with conferences?
Second last.
Second to last. Fantastic. You're my last one. So here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We've got an easy one to end with. So, okay.
Okay.
Kylie, you are doing a fantastic job in chemistry. You continue to excel. You are demonstrating a solid understanding of chemistry concepts. You work hard in class to get all of your practice work done, and you ask questions when you have questions, and you work well with your classmates. So all around, well done. Can you start off by telling your dad one thing that we've done in chemistry this year that has helped increase your understanding of chemistry?
We had a class where we ate s'mores. I think that contributed a ton to my chemistry understanding.
Can you tell him why we were eating s'mores?
So we
What?
were learning about chem.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no, Kylie. All right. Well, so what were we doing with the s'mores? We were thinking about what?
It's either
What did
about
it
the
take to make a s'more?
chemistry-
Here, I'm just gonna start quizzing you. What did it take to make a s'more? What were the ingredients of the s'more?
The cracker, the chocolate, the marshmallow, and then the cracker.
Yes. And then what did you produce?
A s'more.
A s'more. Okay. And if I said, how many s'mores can you make with 6 crackers? What would you say?
3.
3 s'mores, see, because you can work out the ratio, right? So absolutely, that was a lesson that we did like
Okay.
the very last day before midwinter break, before lunar New Year break,
Okay.
because we were introducing the concept of stoichiometry, getting at the idea that we know how chemical reactions behave, but now can we actually like calculate the amount of something needed in order to produce something else? So
Okay.
it was good. It was good. That was a good that was a fun lesson, huh, Kylie? All right. So can you tell your dad also, what is it that you're thinking about for taking for science for next year? Because we've been talking a lot about course selection and, you know, that just started. So yeah, what have you been thinking about?
So I was thinking of taking honors bio next year, and then going AP bio in 12th
I think
grade.
that's a great decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do both AP Chem and AP Bio,
Okay.
but I'm still thinking if I should put AP Chem in 12th grade or 11th grade.
That's a really good question. I think it's absolutely up to you. I know that it'll basically depend on what else you have going on in your schedule. Because what I don't want to see is I don't want you to overload yourself with too much too fast. So you are absolutely doing really well in chemistry this year, and I wholeheartedly think that you can handle honors bio next year. And I know that honors bio and AP chemistry in the same year, depending on what else you're taking, could be a lot. Or maybe you feel like, no, those are the 2 things that I'm going to do, that I'm going to focus on. Yeah, I think it's up to you. So yes,
Yeah.
they are both challenging, rigorous classes.
Because
Yeah.
I heard from people that the teacher for AP Chem is
Challenging.
yeah. So yeah,
Challenging.
like the teacher.
The teacher is challenging. Ah, okay.
Okay.
Do we only have like one teacher that's gonna
There is only one teacher for AP
AP
Chem.
Okay.
That is true.
Okay.
What about it? Why are people saying that she's challenging?
You're not gonna like tell her, right?
I will not tell her anything. My lips are sealed.
Is the doors closed?
And the door is closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like you're not even a student of hers.
No.
And no, absolutely. Yeah.
So people say that she's not really good at teaching. Like I don't know, something like that. They
That's
said
really
that she's
vague,
like really
though.
nice, but then she doesn't
Okay.
really know how to date.
Well,
Okay. Okay. Well, I would say that you need to decide for yourself what you want to do. And yeah, I wouldn't let people's opinions of teaching, of teachers, influence your decision over what you want to take. Yeah, focus on things that you can affect, and not things that are outside of your control.
Yes.
That's my advice. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
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 And I think that different people have different opinions about
Yes,
teachers,
sir.
and absolutely, like I know for a fact that not all of my students have thought that I am an amazing teacher, and yet I think that, you know, I do an okay job. So
Yeah, but
yeah.
Kylie told me like she really enjoyed your class and then
Aw,
really feel
good.
chill. So I think it's really nice for her to have the inspiration on chemistry. Yeah. So
Thank
thank
you.
you, Ms. Cameron.
It is my pleasure.
Coming
It is
back
my
next year
pleasure.
for the s'mores.
We'll see about that. If you actually, that being said, if you showed up on the right time at the right day, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You saw how many extras we had.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
That's good.
fantastic.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, yeah. Do you have any other questions or concerns? Or Kylie's dad, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Kylie, you really are doing a fantastic job.
Okay.
Like, my one thing that I would say is sometimes you should work on maybe not distracting Angelica too much, or getting distracted by Angelica too much. You guys are currently sitting next to each other in the current seating chart. And that could, that sometimes leads to distraction. But
Okay.
in general, no, you're doing fine. You're doing great.
Okay.
So, did you finish your practice work due tomorrow?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, well then I see some chemistry work in your future this evening. And yeah, just know that we have practice work due tomorrow
Okay.
and we've got a quiz on Thursday. So,
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Oh yeah. So in April, I'm gonna
yeah,
I'm going on like an FRC trip, and I'm gonna
okay,
be missing April 6th to 14th.
okay,
So yeah,
no worries.
gonna make
Okay.
up stuff.
Perfect.
Maybe.
Thank you for letting me know. As always, I will post a summary every day on Canvas, and you can follow along even when you're gone if you have time.
Mhm.
And you can absolutely catch up when you get back. And maybe there's a few things that we can send you with you that you could like do on the plane or something.
Oh.
Good. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
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 All right. Have a good night.
Okay,
Thank you
you
very
too.
much.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Miss
right.
Karen.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye
Bye.
bye.这是要做一个 Chinese。
嗯
还不错
嗯
啊。就是有时候老师真是你没办法选。那
他
it's
们说
always
他们说 AP 看老师超可怕，完全不会教，人很 nice
OK
不会教。
OK，但是这有时候 teaching style 就是每个人不一样，每个人吸收状况不一样，但是你到时候还是会遇到 college，就是有些就是老师就是那个就是学习的教的方式 style 不一样嘛，那老师不会去批评每个老师，对吧？
嗯
就像他讲，就是有些人可能这样吸收这样 teaching style 比较适合，有些比较不适合，所以不可能每个学生都是很 fit 一个那个 teaching style 这样子。这有时候就是边上才知道，
嗯
这样。啊，那最后一个。这个 Miss Chen。嗨，
你好
你好，来，
，Kelly 来，你可以稍微简单的跟爸爸分享你最近在班上，你觉得有什么地方是你觉得你做的很好，有进步的？
哦，我觉得最近，其实没什么，因为最近都是在做 project，就是有一个 environmental sustainability 的 project，
好的，
这个不能用中文说吗？
环境，
对，环境跟什么的平衡？跟什么？
经济，
对，跟经济发展的平衡哈。
嗯
那除了这个以外呢，其实这个学期啊，因为我觉得这个学期我比较大的 concern 其实是他的身体方面，因为他其他部分呢，凯莉从开学到现在都一直维持着很稳的步伐在前进。那他从来没有说真的落过一次功课，或者是说考试没有准备。所以在这个部分呢，我是对他是很有信心。那除此之外，他在班上跟同学的，就是小组的讨论也好，或者全班的讨论也好，我都觉得他是班上数一数二，可以提供最多想法的人。那因为我们班有的时候我们会有一些针对于文章的一些 discussion，那每一次凯里都可以直接就是提出他的想法，然后甚至于是帮同学解惑，所以我觉得这个部分呢，我对他是完全没有任何疑问的。然后 目前刚刚讲说，对于身体状况我比较大的 concern，是因为他前一阵子看起来就是身体比较，就是有的时候好像是感冒的关系，所以看起来是比较弱。但是他很可爱，他马上撑着来的时候，第2次上课来的时候，我就觉得奇怪，才差2天而已，但是他还是努力的撑着自己的身体，所以可以看出来他在班上，他其实是很努力的想要完成他所有这些事情。OK，然后再来呢？在小组的讨论过程中，我也觉得很棒，是因为他每一次都可以把自己的想法付诸行动。然后今天早上我在跟其他的家长讨论的时候，他的同学就有提到，他同学就说，因为凯莉可能不上，就是凯莉可能不要上中文，所以他也考虑就是不要再上中文。他说因为要跟凯莉一起，然后我就很想笑，你知道吗？对啊，所以凯莉你确定不上吗？
啊，没有啊，也要上啊。
所以要上哈，因为你当初跟我讲说可能不会上，
应该
所以现在
还
是
是要上吧。
OK，所以你会选
我
择
想要只需要弄3年，可是这样弄 IB。
OK，所以你要做 IB。好，那我就来跟你隔壁的黑梨谈一谈了。OK，对，就是他在讲嘛，他就说凯里的中文也很好啊，凯里都不上，他也在考虑，他就不要上。对，但是因为他好像是要做 double science，我不知道你是不是也是因为这样子。
本来，
对，因为我觉得你的时间上面，如果你的课是可以排得进去的话，我还是会希望你可以继续上中文。因为你不上的话，明年我怎么跟明年的老师说，我有一个很棒的学生，要不就少一个，是不是 ？OK，
明年老师谁？
对啊，我不知道啊。我们每一年都会，因为每一年我们都是课表排了以后，然后才排老师进去。对，所以目前还不知道，所以我就说，因为他在班上的表现真的可圈可点，所以我会觉得，我对他就是很放心。对。然后他是成为就是班上大部分的同学，我们如果选组的时候，从来都不会有问题，因为我觉得他很快就被人家选走。对，所以再来，我可能要换你当组长，你来选人，但是这个就很难了。对，因为我知道以凯里的个性，他不会想要自己选，是因为他也不希望得罪。比方说上一次有一次第一次很残忍的，那时候我就把他们3个人分开，然后我就说那你们凑吧，因为2个人一组而已，就凑吧。他就自己想说，好吧，那可能要牺牲自己来成全别人。然后同学就会觉得啊，他想要牺牲自己，所以他们3个人很可爱。他们这3个人就轮流，如果2个人说轮流1个人出去，轮流1个人出去，所以3个人就会永远都是有办法可以2个一组。对啊，感情真好。那明年的话，可能就要跟 Rene 2个人好好的相处。对啊。除非 Haley 也有上啊，不然你就只有剩下 Rene。我不知道因为今天早上听起来他是不上的几率比较大。对，你不要受他影响哦。OK，我希望你还是要留在这里，对，好不好？那这个学期除了这个 project 以外，在其他的 vocab 上面，或者是说，在我们的考试，就是 reading 的考试上面，你有没有哪一个地方是觉得，你这一次可能哪一个部分你可能比较理解，或者说哪一个部分你觉得你还有一些 concern？
课文内容吗？
你说作文吗？我觉得啦，我认为，我感觉是你有的时候题目会看没有看仔细，其他的部分我都觉得还好。对，但是因为他很棒的一点是，他们如果每一次要考试前，他们会有一些同学说，这个对这个东西不理解，那这时候他们做了 discussion 以后，我觉得凯莉一直保持着一个很稳定的那种感觉是，如果有这样的问题的时候，他们同学跟他讨论过，经过讨论后，他们就可以马上开始写，然后他拿到考卷的时候，从来不会是那种这题目怎么讲，他都是直接就看了以后，然后就放胆就可以做。对，但是就是有的时候那个前后要稍微看一下，才可以把所有的detail都写进去。对，其他部分都做得很棒，真的都做得很棒，我真的很开心。
不错。
对，
好，谢谢老师。
开审明年要干嘛？
啊？
开审明年要干嘛？
谁？
开审。
开审 开森有可能考虑不上，本来他是说不上，但他现在他说他应该是要上 IB 了。
咦，
对
给他排
他本来是 50-50哦，他本来是 50-50，他现在是愿意上 IB。对，跟开森很棒啊，跟开森就可以有一个很活泼的小组讨论啊。
看他 embarrass 他自己。
真的吗？
嘴巴好
但我觉得
大哦你知道
表现得很
因为那
好啊。
啊
我觉得表现得很好哎。对啊，除了你们那一组以外，我觉得再来就是开森会让我觉得非常放心。好啦，那我们 Unit 4我就让你跟开森一桌咯。
不要，先不要，我要跟他做对角。
对啊，就是一桌，然后你们做对角。
不行不行不行，至少
这是我第一次
最好可以教室做对角，你知道？
哦。其实这是我第一次从凯莉的嘴里听到他对同学的comment 哎，对，太可爱了。
不行，
对
他真的我不行。
你要跟老师说这个。
没关系，没关系，我们到时候再让你们好好的切磋，慢慢的琢磨。OK， 好，
然后
没问题，你不要害怕，你不要担心。那爸爸有没有什么其他的 concern？
那个凯莉要补充也这
4
样。
月的时候，就是4月6号到14号需要去
对
Las Vegas，所以不在。
OK，
那个 FRC 啦，就 robotics。
没问题，因为你不是唯一一个学生，所以
哦，OK。
这个的话，那就是3月，那我试着看看这一个礼拜，我可不可以把3月到3月底以前的东西都先排出来。所以如果你有一些你可能想要先做的，你可能可以先做，不然就是4月的那个礼拜完了以后呢，你再回来补也可以。
好。
对，所以到时候就看你的时间，好不好？
嗯
还有一个我需要说的是。凯莉呢，在我们社团里头，虽然她在书法社里头，虽然她来的时间不是很长，但是凯莉的认真啊，大家有目共睹。因为有好几个学长姐都有提到说，如果有 position 的话，他们觉得凯莉是还蛮适合可以得到这个 position。只是我很担心你是不是都会有一个 season 不在。
就 robotics 跟那个 badminton 的时候，就是现在就会变。
OK，那你有没有可能可以找 Renee， 你们找时间自己来做 exhibition 的东西呢？
好。
对，因为你至少可以展出一个小的 piece 的东西，放在就是我们到时候你可以参展卖。那我觉得那个对你来讲会是一个很好的经验，好不好？就找时间来画。
好。
OK，
好，谢谢。
OK，谢谢。
那我们礼拜3见。OK，
OK，
拜拜。
拜拜，拜拜，不错。
耶，等我。